Today I'll show you what speed you can get when you connect an external SSD. This is the iPad Pro M5 256GB, and you see the information here. That's all the information, the model number and everything. And here I have the Samsung T7 Shield portable SSD, and I use the USB-C to USB-C cable. So I'll put the SSD here, there. I will put the SSD there so you can see when the LED is blinking. So now the light is on, and I have this marking set for up and to know the orientation, but I don't think it really matters for the iPad. It mattered when I connected it to the computer at some point. I'm not sure why I actually did that, but I want to show you here. I have the, where is it? I want to show you here. I have a few test files. So I have the T7 Shield port. I have the T7 Shield portable SSD, and here I have a test folder that's 31.9 giga. It's 4 video files, and I'll show you the information. Get info. It's 31.92 if you want to be extra precise. I had a bit of trouble with the storage space, but now it's okay. So I cleared the storage space. There are 185 giga free on the iCloud. There is free storage. There is free storage space on the iPad now. So I will do a test. I had a bit of a problem with the storage space on the iPad. It was kind of full. So now it's okay. I will do a test now. So I have the folder ready. Okay, so I go now to the T7 Shield folder, go into the test, copy the test folder. This is 31.92, so 31.9 I would say, and then copy here, then go to on my iPad, temp, and I will paste it here. I'm ready to paste, and I'm also ready to start the timer. And now this is the menu for paste and to start the timer right here. So it's copying there, and you see the SSD LED is blinking right there, copying, and I'm ready to stop it. Let's see how long it takes. So the light is blinking. I will stop the timer when the blinking of the light stops there, and also that's the amount of time it takes. So almost ready. It still blinks. Okay. I stopped it. So it took 45 seconds, 46, let's say 46 seconds to copy 31.9. So let's get the calculator, and so we have 31.92, let's say, divided by 45.7, 45.8, like that. So this is the gigabytes divided by seconds. So it's gonna be, I hope I'm not wrong with this now. My math is so bad. 700 megabytes, actual megabytes per second. So we divide the number of gigabyte by the number of seconds. So that makes sense. 69. Could try the other way. 45. Yeah, the other way around doesn't really make sense. 1.4 giga. Okay, so I did this. The first test is done, and I want to also try to swap the cable. So I will unplug it, reverse it, and plug it back in. Make sure that it works at the same speed no matter which way it's plugged in. And I have here the T7 Shield already, and test. Maybe there is some caching going on, but it's not really scientific, this test here. So this is just a real world example of what you expect when you copy files to and from your iPad. I go to on my iPad, temp, and then I'll make a new folder here, and I will do the same test again. I'm ready to paste, ready to start the calculator. I will reset it here. So when I paste, I start it. It started. And the light is blinking there. And here you see the copying. Okay, I'm ready to stop it when it stops blinking. So almost the same, 45 seconds, 0.8. It's gonna be the same thing now. 31.92 divided by 45.8, 45.8. Is it 86? Let's call it 86. Like that. So it's 0.696. It's about 500 megabytes per second, or actually 700 megabytes per second. I don't really care much about details, but it's between 500 and 800, let's say. That's the count. If you want the precise calculation, you can do it yourself there. The next test I want to do is to write from the iPad to the external SSD. So I'll copy one of these folders from here. This is on the iPad. I go to the T7 shield, and then I have another folder here, subfolder, and I make another subfolder to copy it again. So reset the timer, and now I'm copying from the iPad to the external SSD. So it's the write speed on the SSD. Ready to paste and to start the timer at the same time. Okay, it started. This looks like it's going to take a bit longer. It says preparing files. Now it started to write a little bit, but not much. It keeps saying preparing files, but now, okay, now it's writing. So from 32 it started really. I think I will repeat the test. I'll do it another test. It's already 46 seconds. Yeah. Okay, it took 1 minute and 8 seconds. That's a lot. So I will make a subfolder, and I will do the same thing again. I will copy again the files. Supposedly they are prepared already. I don't know what's this preparing files, but okay. So I could paste again and start the timer at the same time. Okay, now it's copying directly. So this is more real of a test, more of a real test. The external SSD is blinking. Timer is running. Let's see how long it takes. Okay, it's getting close. Pretty close. Almost ready to stop it. And still blinking. Okay, done. Okay, so from the internal SSD to the shield, to the T7 shield, it was quicker. So to read from the iPad and write to the external SSD, it's faster. So the write speed on the iPad is a bit slower. Seems like than the SSD. So let's see, 40.5. We have 31.92 divided by 40.5. Was it? Yeah, 51. So this is gonna be the speed, the write speed from the iPad to the SSD. 0.788, so that's 700 megabyte or 0.78 gigabyte. It's a bit more. Still, I think it's not such a big deal. But you get this, like this, you can have an external SSD, 2 gigabyte. Like this, I can have an external SSD where I can have files, pictures, videos, everything, and I can plug it in when I need it. This could be attached with a magnet to the iPad or even with a hook and loop, Velcro. It's a great way to use external storage, especially for apps that need a lot of storage like DaVinci Resolve, for example. Here I have DaVinci Resolve, and this thing will need video files to be on the external SSD. I hope this helps you get an idea of how fast the internal storage versus the external storage. It's really great to have the USB-C connection with the SSD like this. You can unplug it, you can plug another one in. This one is 2 TB, but you can have multiple drives when you need to, especially if you use the iPad for video editing. That's gonna be a complete necessity. You don't have to get the 1 TB or 2 TB model of iPad. Use the external SSDs. Thanks for watching.